Hey, champions! Our second assignment for the deck tech submission contest is live. Let's go check out the winners from last week and talk about this week's assignment. See you in the video. Hey champions, I know it's been a long time since I put out a vlog. I just been trying to figure out something to talk about, something that was worth even creating a video for, because a lot of times these topics that I want to discuss, they're interesting, they're fun to dig into, but it's not creating a video that's worthwhile for you. It's not providing a lot of value add. And when it comes to just talking about random stuff, that's what I leave for my Patreon videos. But when it comes to these vlog videos, I want to make sure we're talking about something that is valuable. So I actually have a topic today, which I'm really excited about. I want to dig into the pitch contest, or the deck tech submission contest that happened last week. I want to talk about the one that's happening this week, and just talk about some of those decks, dig into them a little bit. So I'm going to flip over the screen to this here. So this is just on the Genesis website under events. So I just went to events, playing the little trailer video for the championship. But we have this deck tech submission contest. So let's jump into that. Here, this is combined with that Exploring the Library live stream that we do every Tuesday night. So it's me, Alex, Will. We talk about everything related to Genesis, and now we're going to be talking about some of these deck techs that are submitted. Basically our top three. And each of us have different criteria, things that we're looking for. Alex did mention he's looking for something that's unique out there, something that's exciting to him. Will was looking for something that he hadn't seen before. For me personally, I went through the ones that jumped out the most to me and the ones that I enjoyed going through. So in here, all that submission information, everything you need to know about this contest is here. I'm just getting this microphone out of the way a little bit. So how do you participate? What do you need to submit? How will you win? So that's all that information that's there, which is really cool. Assignment 2 is up. We'll go into assignment 2 in a little bit. I want to jump back down to assignment 1. So here are the old contents, entries and winners. So here are all the links. I didn't put the people's names or anything. It's just the links to all the different deck tags. I want to talk about this one in particular. So let's talk about this one that's posted up on Reddit. I like this one because I actually started breaking down a lot of the information about what are the three keys, why they're in the deck. Like you could tell that definitely a lot of thought went into this, and it was definitely more of a it was an elaborated effort. So I really, really appreciated that. I think this was a great deck as a starting point. So first off the bat, a lot of people have tried to do the Yamaraja deck, but that doesn't mean you should stop trying. I'm sure someone will unlock the keys to the kingdom and make this deck work. And when they do, people are going to be in for a surprise, because a lot of the decks that have won the championship that really surprised people, like the ones that were out of nowhere, those are the ones that have done really well in competitive formats. So keep trying. Great job with this one. So looking at the three keys, you got Oten, used for an escape. That's great. Perfect use for this card. Kabus, it's looking at that late game stage when your aura cost isn't available to you. So that's great. I'm happy that they're thinking about those. Lulu Kokore, summon with a low cost. Ultimatum trigger happens when use death to bring in Yamaraja. So this is good because then you can if I remember correctly, I'm pretty sure any champion or someone can pay the health of Lulu. So if you beckon Lulu but you need Yamaraja to appear somewhere else on the board, you can have a summon who's somewhere else on the board pay that health cost, another Lulu per se, and have it die, and being able to beckon the Yamaraja over there. Yamaduda's quick resurrect's always useful, especially with a deck that's looking at its own summons to die. Having the Yamadudas in there is very valuable. Now, something we talked about during the live stream, which makes this deck a lot more feasible now, is the fact that Lulu and Yamaduta were brought down from rare to uncommon. So getting this 6 or 5 copies of them is not as challenging as it was before. Fearmonger. Combining the awareness with the fear ability is great. Give those abilities to Yamaraja, and the fact that they are going to be in a nuisance that your opponent is going to try to kill. So the thing is, a lot of these summons didn't see a lot of play because they just died too quickly. They were too much of a threat and just died so fast. But for the Yamaraja deck, that could be actually a good thing. Alim, great free draw. I love the it's clean and simple. Dark Passage. Here we get into an actual passage on why I put this card in. So a card used to bring summons into the arena and killing them to let us do resurrect summons at will. Also helps feed your Yamaraja some more expensive summons like Zamber Dragon for only 8 ore. Great, that was the purpose of the card. Leaning into it, I think, is a really solid option. Chrono Walker, great escape. And so the thing about Chrono Walker is when you use it to avoid an attack, the damage that would have been dealt to you is now dealt to the Chrono Walker, making it very vulnerable, making it at the brink of death, or even dying itself, especially if you use it to escape something like a subjugation strike. Well, now that opens the door. Now Resurrect can happen. That's the other side of it, is trying to make sure you're getting a lot of value out of your cards, but also being able to open the door whenever you need to for Resurrect to occur. So Yamaraja, this is the heart and soul of this deck. Absorbs summons when they die. Also, it has the Death Touch, so it kills summons with 3 health or less. It's a really interesting summon, and just trying to find a way to make it work is key here. And then 5 Zamber Dragons. This is really interesting. I love the Zamber Dragons. One of the things about Yamaraja, or any summon as a whole, is when they start becoming a big enough threat, then your opponent will start targeting them and hunting them down. And hunting something down and killing it is relatively easy unless you give it Aerial. Aerial is your big escape from this all. Now, the Zamber Dragon not only gives you Aerial and flight, but it also gives you that 3 electric attack at that crazy awareness. So being able to combine all that together makes Yamaraja definitely a serious threat. So breaking this down and why this entire deck, great explanation. Love this. Looking at the actual deck tech itself, I mean, it's great that you're using Tabletop Simulator, taking that screenshot because it's so clean and it'll show everything. The only thing that annoys me a little bit is that just the Dark Passage right there. It's just off from all the other ones. So go check this out. Go read this deck tech. Test it out yourself. See what how it works for you. What you would recommend. There's other creatures that I'm interested in. Like, how would Malevolent Spirit work into this? Putting Malevolent Spirits instead of Chrono Walkers, because you have the Otins for evasion. Maybe if you put Malevolent Spirits, which can then make it a little bit easier. So loving that there's replies to this. Let's try to get more views on this. Put your own responses to it. So if you use Reddit, see what you think, right? Is this how solid of a deck it is? Because I think as a community, you can come together and make the Yamaraja deck work. All right, so let's talk about this week's assignment. So no repeats. That's the name of this assignment. No repeats. So we want to make sure you have until Monday, the 17th at 11:59 p.m. Eastern to submit your deck text. This just basically allows us on Tuesday all day to start reviewing all the deck text submissions that come in and what ideas people have. It gives us a little bit of time to review those. And then you can submit any tournament legal deck. So no Hydroblasts. No Hydroblasts. But you cannot use Malik, Erica, or Kendra. And the reason is, last week, Malik deck won. Scheming Skeletons Malik deck. The Erica deck that was put up onto TikTok. And then the Kendra deck put onto Reddit that we just reviewed here. So those are your only things you can't use. Some of the stuff that I know immediately kind of rang out to us is if you're using things that are just standard tournament stuff, it doesn't ring as well with us. We want to see you be creative. We really, really want to see you put out things that we've never even thought about. So the more creative you are, the more interested we will be. We've announced some of our favorite cards. Go watch that, Exploring the Libraries. You'll see little ways to pull on our heartstrings. But at the end of the day, make a deck that you think is really, really interesting and is a lot of fun. It's something that not just you want to playtest, but you think the community should be checking out as a whole. The winners are going to get a signed card from Demyon. I pulled a few aside. It'll be random who gets what, but I have 3 cards, and trust me, they are awesome. They are foil, and they are signed. So that's going into the pool for the prizes. I hope to see you submit some really, really cool ideas. That's everything I got to say for today. Hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye. As I close off this video, I want to remind you to support your local game stores. They are the backbone of the hobby industry. Also, please follow our partner content creators. They are working very hard to make content that you are interested in. So check out our playlist of videos made by them and like and subscribe to their videos. Finally, I want to give a huge shout out and thank you to all of our Patreon supporters. Without you, this game would not be where it is today. Thank you for being so awesome, and I'll see you in the next video.